Hey, I'm Jay Martin, and I'm out today. We're starting a new part of our website where we're visiting cities, and we're just talking to somebody from that city or from that county. And today I'm so excited. I have my very own cousin, Lamar Taylor, inviting me to his county, and he'll tell you who he is and where we are.
Hello, I'm Lamar Taylor, and I'm here to talk to you about Jay Martin today. I'm a resident of Saline County, and this right here is not only my cousin, but he's probably the most honest man I've ever known in my life. And if he tells you something, that's the way it's going to be. He's been my cousin, my lawyer, and my best friend through life.
Thank you, Lamar. I appreciate that. And where are we right now?
We're in front of the Bauxite Community Center, and this building's been here a very long time. I don't even know how long, but
okay.
It's my kids went to school here. My daughter teaches right there in that building.
Okay. That's Bauxite Middle School, I think,
sir.
isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And somewhere the Bauxite Museum is around here somewhere, isn't it?
It's in the community center.
Oh, it's in the community center. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. And one of the reasons I wanted to come out here, Lamar, we'll just tell you a little bit about, and I think we visited about this. Part of what we're trying to do is expand on improve our state parks. We believe there needs to be a state park right here that begins in Bauxite. We want this museum to be part of that state park. I also understand there might be like a rock that's an acre in size around here somewhere.
There's something, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it's a rock.
Well, whatever it is, it's pretty cool. We're gonna find it. But then the other thing, we grew up going to a place called Sand Lake,
Yes.
which is it's just like acres and acres of sand.
Yes, it had something to do with the mining back in the day. I don't know for sure what.
Well, we would be excited first to tell the story of the museum. Mine and Lamar's grandfather left North Louisiana where he was a sharecropper and picking cotton there. And they thought they had made it to heaven when they got to Bauxite, and he started working for Reynolds aluminum plant. And he worked there and retired from there when he was 65. But he brought my family here. My mother was born in this community, graduated from Benton High School, just like Lamar's mother graduated from Benton High School. And but you know, when you grow up in a place, and of course I attended church just about 2 miles from here, just on the across the Benton line at New Summit Church of God, and that's where we grew up. But you don't realize how special a place is. But Lamar, you know, the World War II, the Bauxite Museum shows how World War II really was won because of the 20,000 people that lived in Bauxite and mined that aluminum and built those planes.
Oh, yes.
And it's really a story that needs to be told. We beat the Germans, and of course they had an incredible Air Force, as did the Japanese, but it was right here in Bauxite where we were able to get the raw materials to build the planes that defeated the Nazis, that defeated imperialism, and protected the world. And that's a story that people need to know.
Even when we were in school, teachers would tell us that the Russians had nuclear bombs pointed at Bauxite because it was still that important.
That's right.
For the aluminum. And you know, when you're a kid, you're like,
absolutely.
Okay.
And I'll tell you a story I didn't know. You may know this, but in reading recently about Bauxite, you know, they discovered fluoride. They talked about Bauxite teeth. I guess
yes.
the teeth that got stained when they were drinking the Bauxite water. But they recognized that it was fluoride, and in small levels, of course, it makes your teeth indestructible. But too much will discolor your teeth, so they had those issues. But Bauxite, Arkansas, right here in Saline County, is such an incredible place. There's not 20,000 people here anymore, no. But Saline County is still very important to the state of Arkansas, and we really need a state park that begins right here in Bauxite to tell the story of World War II, but then also it's a fun place. Sand Lake is just like, I've been to the Great Sand Dunes in Colorado, and while Sand Lake is not that big, it really puts me in mind of the Colorado Great Sand Dunes. You might call it the Little Sand Dunes, but I really want the people of Arkansas to have access for generations to this beautiful place. White sand, hills. To me, it kind of looks like the lunar surface, or pictures that I've seen of the lunar surface.
Yes.
And so I'm really love this place. I am a product of Saline County. Now, I lived in Pulaski County, but my grandmother lived in the Summit community, and my cousin Lamar lived there, and I couldn't wait till I could get over to see my grandmother, and we went to church there Sundays and Wednesdays. And of course, we also had the opportunity to ride motorcycles together around here. And I just grew up around this community, and it's such a special place. And my mother's actually buried in the New Summit Cemetery that's just not far from here in Saline County, as is Aunt Alba now too, your mother. So Lamar, thank you for welcoming me to your county. You were the first one of these to do, because bauxite and Saline County are so important to everything that we think that the Arkansas needs to be. And so thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
And God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Hey, one other thing, Lamar, I wanted to look at before this is the monument out in the front of the Bauxite Community Center. Can you tell me about this?
It's to all the effort that Bauxite put into winning World War II. The guy working in the mines, his son with the airplane, which they use the aluminum for, and everything in here represents something from the war.
That's amazing. And you've got a little girl with her doll. It looks like the mother has been raising a vegetable garden maybe, and you got a spade down there, and you've got a basket full of vegetables. And but he's got his work boots on. He's got his lunch pail, and he was going to war in the mine.
Yes.
I love this. It's such a beautiful thing. And this, I think, is the state right here.
Yes.
When this is the bauxite, the color of bauxite, I believe, isn't it?
Yes, that's a piece of bauxite.
That is a piece of bauxite right there. My goodness. Hey, we've been coming to you right here in Bauxite today, me and my cousin Lamar Taylor, and just thank you so much. Hello. I wanted to show you the church I grew up in. This is the old New Summit Church of God. I'm in the Summit community in Benton, where I spent, I was dedicated here as a baby, baptized when I was older. I accepted the Lord as my Savior at the Benton Church of God. It was being pastored by Dorothy McFarland at the time in a revival service. But this is where I was dedicated as a baby, and where I was baptized, and where I went to church for 24 years. So it's a special place. Right across here is the Summit Cemetery, where my mother is buried. She passed away in '98. She was only 51 years old. She had breast cancer, and breast cancer and health care is really such an important issue to me. And so I just wanted to bring you by. Since we were in Bauxite, I had to show the place where I grew up. Thank you so much.